Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Salute to Marco Boxing. The link will be in the description. He did an interview with Gervonta Tank Davis trainer, Mr. Calvin Ford, and I heard the clip. The link will be in the description. You guys can check it out. And in the clip, he was talking about basically Shakur Stevenson taking on Tank and how they would adjust to Shakur Stevenson's movement, and they talked about the Shakur Stevenson's last fight against Dos Santos and how bad it was. And yes, it was a bad fight. It was a poor performance, but guess what? Shakur Stevenson got the victory. Was it boring? Hey, that's up for you guys to decide if it was boring or not. Shakur Stevenson has already been on record saying he was hurt. He went in there, he got the victory. It is what it is. But I didn't like what Mr. Calvin Ford said. He was like, why would I put Tank in a situation like that? The people don't pay to basically watch Tank chase Shakur Stevenson down. And I believe Marcos was saying, not Marcos, but Marco was saying, Shakur Stevenson, he can decide, like, if I want to stay away from you, I can stay away from you. He's like fast like a rabbit kind of thing. And I kind of agree with Mr. Calvin Ford. Fans don't want to see the running. Fans don't want to see me having to chase you for 12 rounds and finally get to you. Now, a lot of boxers, a lot of trainers would probably say, hey, he won't be able to run if you cut the ring off. I'm just saying. You cut the ring off, you go to his body, you slow him down, all that running gonna stop. Eventually, he's gonna have to fight you. Tank has the power to defeat anybody in the game. I think we just want to see Tank in there with some big names, man. We want to see him in there with Shakur Stevenson. We want to see him in there with a Teofimo Lopez. We want to see him in there with a Devin Haney. We want to see him in there against a Ryan Garcia with no rehydration clause, no catch weights. We want to see we want to see him against. I'm gonna say this. I guarantee you, if Lomachenko beats George Kambosos, people are going to be calling for that unification match, because Kambosos against Lomachenko is for the IBF title at 135, and they elevated Tank with the WBA, so he's got a belt. The winner of Lomachenko and Kambosos is going to have a belt. Why not see that unification? Why not? I guarantee you that fight between Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis will happen before Shakur Stevenson's fight. I guarantee you. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's sad, but it is what it is. Shakur Stevenson's stock definitely dropped after that terrible performance. See, they tried to put that on him and label him a boring fighter, right? He did a good job of digging himself out of that, and then the last performance just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. But at the same time, I don't like when certain people do interviews and kind of leak little things, right? So when I hear Mr. Calvin Ford talking about why would I put Tank in a fight with somebody, it's not a direct quote, but I'm just, summarizing what he said. Why would I put Tank in a fight in a situation like that against a guy that he got to chase down? To me, what I hear is movement gives Tank problems. Movement gives Tank problems. Now, we've seen Tank in some close barn burner fights where he's losing the early rounds, and then he catches the guy, puts him down, goes up on the scorecards, and eventually finishes him. Movement clearly does give Tank problems. Now, is that because he's loading up a little bit? Maybe. Is that because he gets lazy a little bit and fights in spurts to a degree sometimes? Maybe. But a guy like a Shakur Stevenson, he doesn't like to get hit. When he feels your power, that's when he goes into survival mode, sticking and moving and really boxing and using every square inch of that ring. So it would be a really big chess match. I think the same thing with Devin Haney. But I don't know how all of these fights play out because we haven't seen them yet. That's the beauty of the game. We got to see these fights, see who makes the adjustments, and see who the better man is on that day. With that being said, the link will be in the description. You guys can check that out. Hit the like button. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.